How are you doing? Hopefully you're doing well. Now, we're going to have a conversation about improving your relationship and then a really neat activity that allows conflict to be just a little bit less scary. So, here's something that I've found through working with many different couples. In the beginning of the relationship, we have so much time with each other. And then as the relationship progresses, things just come into the equation. It's like we're carrying this big tray, and kids come into the equation, activities of extracurricular activities, our job has a higher requirement. Life just gets more and more busy. And then for some reason, we start to spend less time with our partner or give them a different type of attention than the attention that we used to give them early on in a relationship. And it's usually not because of hate or wanting to hurt them in any way. I often find it's because we feel a sense of security with them. We feel that, hey, I love you. We've built this beautiful life together, and maybe it's okay if I start to pull my direct my attention, towards work a little bit or towards the kids or whatever area it may be. Now, due to this factor, what tends to take place is like this small, tiny amount of distance will happen, like specks of it, and then over time it can become larger and larger and larger. And that's why we're having this conversation here. We're looking at, well, let's not let this distance happen, right? With one partner to another, I love you, and I want us to make sure that we are connecting, and then we are not allowing this distance to take place. So the activity that we're going to go into today, it's a very simple activity. It has to do with checking in with your partner. Now, there's a lot of accountability on your end, a lot of accountability on my end, as we are the individuals, and just like your partner, he or she, your partner is the individual who is going to hold that sense of accountability. Now, accountability means that you're going to increase your conscious level of awareness, your mindfulness, to remind yourself to connect with your partner throughout the day. Now, that starts from the minute you wake up and come off that pillow to the minute you go to bed. You're looking for as many opportunities as possible to connect with your partner. This can range from conversations, like with the 5 love languages, looking at words of affirmation, conversation as far as I love you, making sure your partner's feeling wanted, they're feeling needed, and asking them that very question. Say, hey, do you feel valued in our relationship? Do you feel that you are a priority? Do you feel important in the relationship? Do you feel that your love language is being met? Do you feel that your needs are being met? Do you feel that you're able to navigate your career goals, your personal interests? Am I the support system that you look for in a partner, right? So hopefully those are the type of conversations that you're having to allow you and your partner to check in. In addition, engage in acts of kindness. Acts of kindness means that you wake up in the morning and you bring your partner some nice tea or coffee or serve them breakfast, that before they get home you have the home clean, that you're taking on extra duties and responsibilities. But when you're taking these extra duties and responsibilities on, you're not taking them on with a negative attitude, if you will. You're not going around the home and saying, "Oh, I have to pick up all these extra things." Instead, you change that mindset and you say, "You know what? I am glad and grateful that I get to pick up these extra things because I'm picking them up for the person that I love and I care about." And you may be looking at me and saying, "Well, Juan, I don't know about that." But I want you to think about that just as a mindset, right? We can work to develop a positive mindset and we can work to develop a negative mindset. And in whichever one we develop, we then nurture one of those. We can have a day that's very moody or a day that's very positive. And I think as long as individuals are willing to work on that, then that work can be filtered into in a very positive manner into our relationship. Another way of checking in is engaging in like these old-fashioned messages, if you will. Now we have our phone, so you can use your phone to text your partner, but you can also write them a love note. You can write them a thank you note and leave it on the windshield of their car. Overall, throughout the day, just making sure that you are connecting with your partner. Typically in a coaching session, I would encourage someone to look at 5 to 10 times a day where they are reminding themselves, hey, check in with your partner. Now, we all have a third hand. My third hand is my phone. So on there, as a simple strategy, you're going to put reminders every hour, every 2 hours. Just say something like, hey, make sure that you are connecting to your partner today. And then you pick the way that you want to connect with them. And then at the end of the week or at the end of the day, before you get back on that pillow and go to bed, you ask your partner the effectiveness. You say, hey, listen, I've been trying to be very mindful to connect with you, to be a supportive spouse, supportive boyfriend, girlfriend, partner to you. Do you feel that throughout the day, the manner I've been connecting with you has been improving our relationship? It's allowed you to feel more connected and close to me? And then see where that evaluation process takes you. Now again, this very activity we went to, this very conversation that we're having, I appreciate that you're here with me, It helps to address conflict resolution because you feel more connected to your partner. The more connected we are to someone, the higher level of respect that we have for them, the kinder we are to them, and then that allows conflict to be a little bit easier to navigate. This also helps address issues for the same reason as conflict, and then this also helps to look at how to bring two people closer and closer together. All right, so thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging out with me. Take care.